Hey guys, welcome back to Hanging Out with Lori. You guys, I hope you're well. I am doing okay. Today is another update in my A to Z project Pan. This is being hosted by the PANtastic Ladies. It is a year-long project that we assign products to each letter of the alphabet in any way we can. As of last update, I had 10 items completed, and I have completed one since then, so let's talk about that one. The item I have completed, I am super excited about, and I'm talking super stoked that I want to throw a party. That is my Rimmel London, what is it called? Something bronzer in this shade Sunshine. I had to repress this because it bit the dust on the way to Hawaii. I see that there's a little bit of powder along the outside rings that I didn't notice, but they're staying there. I am not holding on to this for that. Yep, I'm not holding on to this for that. I was hoping it was just powder, but no. This is going in the trash, people. This has been repressed multiple times. The lid is worthless, so it is going in the trash. It was completed on July 30th. I am so glad this is done. Crazy excited this is done. This was for the letter B for bronzer. Now the rest of them I'm just going to kind of talk about in no particular order. They're not done, they're just ones that I am showing movement on. And there is one you guys have not seen since prior to me going to Hawaii, and I think it's because it got packed prior to me going to Hawaii. I am going to open one box and see if it's in there. If it's not in there, I'm just going to have to work on that item after we make our move, and that's my Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. I don't worry about, finishing it after we move. I'm not worried about getting it done in that time frame, but I just wanted to mention it in case you were wondering where the letter U had been, Lori. The first one I am going to talk about, there are 3 products in this palette that I am working on in this project. And so the first one is for the letter E, and that is this shade right here called Mars. Then I can never remember the names of these every month. Every month I have to look and see what these names are. Then the next one is for the letter P, and that is Prism. And as you can see, I have hit Pan on this one. I was so excited to hit Pan. I still do not like these pans in this palette, but I'm doing the best I can. So I do have Pan on it, which makes me happy because I was worried about all of my eyeshadows for this project. And then the next one is for the letter S. It is the shade here called Spaced Out, almost the same shade as my nails. Close. I've been trying to work on these 2 purples quite a bit. As you can see, Prism, I hit Pan. Faceted, I wouldn't call it significant dip, but this one didn't have significant dip either, and then all of a sudden there was Pan, so I'm not too worried about it. Mars I haven't worked on. I need to, but right now I'm feeling kind of lighter, brighter colors. The next one is for the letter Y. It's my cuticle oil from Odessa, New York. I haven't made a whole lot of progress, and I do not mark this because the marks just come off, But instead of using the brush, I'm just tipping it and, you know, then dabbing it on my cuticles. That seems to work. I still don't like cuticle oil in this fashion, but I've made a little more progress. It's gone down some. So to me, a little progress is better than no progress. This next one is my L'Occitane Shea Butter. It's the one I melted down with my lipstick from my Pan Games project. And I don't know if you guys can see, but it's kind of liquefied. Yeah, you can see it up at the top, which has made it even harder to apply than when it was in the balm tubes, because now I'm not getting much pigmentation. All I'm getting is a little liquid, so it's even less movement. So this is frustrating. I do have it on today. It, of course, is not very bold or bright. The lipstick that I had underneath is still kind of shining through, which is Kava, so it's a really light grayish color, and so that's still shining through, even though this is a pretty dark, I would call it rose shade. So I'm working on it, but I'm not sure it'll be done by the end of the year. I do not think the move I made with that lipstick was the best choice. Okay, this is my Moroccan Gold Intensive Hair Mask. This is where I am at. I do not have a whole lot of product left. I'm really excited about that. So I think this might be done, you know, by next month. This one I thought I would have done by this update. This is my IT Cosmetics by Under Eye Concealer. I am to the point now where I have to, I don't want to take the lid off and get concealer everywhere, but I have to bend it over and then push in to get concealer out. So that is a good sign. So this should be done by next update, which will make me very happy. I love this concealer, don't get me wrong. I just have a lot of concealers and I need to move on to them. But that one is for letter C. I thought I'd have it done for this update, but no. Same thing with my letter X. It is my Cover FX Blurring Primer. I am to the point where I am starting to have to, can you hear that? Bend it over and push to get product out. I have a hard time getting product out just by squeezing the tube. So this should be done by next update as well, which I am happy about. This is not the same one that I had used a sample of and really fell in love with. While this makes my skin look smooth as glass, it's not the same one. And I liked that one a heck of a lot more. The next one is my Bite Beauty Multi-Stick in Mascarpone. It's for the letter M. I, of course, don't have my paper to measure since I've lost it. Maybe I need to make a new one, Lori. You are a thinker. It's because it's early. Anyways, this is where I am at. I use it as a cream blush, although you can use this on your eyes and your cheeks and your lips. I just use it as a blush, a cream blush. That is what it is. I think it is gorgeous. I do have it on today. Wow, that side looks very dark compared to that side. Anyways, I mix it with a couple of other products and then just on the back of my hand, and then just lightly dab it on with either a brush or a damp sponge. and it turns out beautiful. So why it's so dark today, I'm not quite sure, because in person it is not this dark. I promise you, I do not know why it looks that dark. Maybe because I want to show off my awesome makeup skills. Now, I have told you guys this item still existed, but I couldn't find it, and I have told you guys that for months, and that I was using it and making good progress. Guess what? I have it this month. I do have it, and that's my Burt's Bees hand salve. Can you see that? I told you guys I was making progress, but hadn't hit pan, and that's the truth. I still have not hit pan, but I am down there. I'm sure if I stuck my fingernail in, because I have kind of a long fingernail, and scooped it out, I bet I would have pan, but I don't do that. I just rub it around like the edges like this. That's how I do it, and then I use that product and I rub it in my hands. So while I could have pan by now, I don't. I want to get this used up before it starts to cool down again, since I was struggling in the cooler months to get product out, because it is hard. Right now it's soft because it's warm, and so I'd like to get this used up. So see, it still does exist. I have not lost it permanently, and I'm working on it. The last two are for the letters T and Q. They are my other two eyeshadows that I'm working on, or my other eyeshadows that I'm working on. And I have made my dips a little bit bigger. I'm going to cover up the mirror so you can see. So this is deep teal, and this is the one I had the biggest dip, and I don't know if you can even see it. The dip it has not gone down, but it is increased in size, where my Sequest, I actually now have a dip going where I did not before. I don't even know if that dip is showing, if you guys can even see that. It is there, I do promise you. I actually have both shades on my eyes with about 5 other shadows, but I do like to layer these two. I can wear deep teal on its own, but I'm not a fan of Sequest on its own. I'll swatch these for you. I don't know if I've ever swatched them for you guys. Maybe I have, and I'm just sucking air here. But that is what those two look like. The Sequest is just a little too light for me. It kind of gets lost, so I like them together. I do love the formula of both of these. They're like butter, and so I do enjoy them. I just wish I remembered to use them. That is my problem with these two. I forget to use them, but I'm starting to remember. So hence, we're getting dips. So that is my update on the A to Z project pan. I think I'm doing okay. I got one done, so that makes me happy. That one, if that's the last one I finish out of all of these items, I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. You guys, take good care of yourself, be safe, and I will see you on the next one.